Hello,
Hi,
I'm Keely and I'll be interviewing you today.
I'm Allie.
And who's this?
This is Riley.
Hi, Riley. Well, I want to talk to you about something that we're actually studying for school. So, my first question is that you're consciously aware of, do you have any personal biases towards any particular group of people?
No.
Really?
Really? No.
Okay.
Do you?
Well,
Oh, you're not interviewing me. Sorry.
that's okay. Have you ever been to prison?
No.
Have you ever been to jail?
Yes.
How do you feel about the incarceration system and the prison system in the United States of America?
Well, I love the United States of America.
That's good.
My boyfriend's in prison.
How do you feel about prison?
Um,
What you know about it?
it's awful.
What's the worst part?
Probably people being hungry.
Hungry?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you care about what goes on inside of prison?
Yeah, but there's nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, that's true. Do you ever feel like you wish that there was something that you could do about it?
Yeah.
What's your boyfriend's name?
Brad.
What does he tell you that he feels about prison?
Well, he writes letters to me and stuff, and he says it's awful, and it's dark, and I mean, some prisons have programs and stuff that are good, like, you know, they have programs for, like, the addicts and stuff, and, parenting programs, but they only last so long.
Right. What does he ever talk about how they get treated?
Yeah.
Like,
from my experience in jail at the Louisville jail, it was awful. I was starving. Things are expensive in there. You know, if you don't have commissary or money or anything, you'll starve. If you get lunch at 4 in the morning, they call it chow, and you gotta get up on your own. Like, nobody's gonna wake you up to eat. So I missed my first 2 days in there. I missed every meal because I just slept, and nobody woke me up, and I was starving, and I actually almost ate out of a trash can.
were you scared?
Yeah, I was hungry.
Did you feel alone?
I missed my baby too. But you know, there's consequences. Like, people, yeah, you commit a crime, you know, like the robbers and the rapers and stuff. But I stole a Coke from Family Dollar. I didn't steal it. I thought I paid for it. Yeah, that's a long story. But you know, there's people out there who kill people. Yeah, but sometimes they might not have even killed them. But you know, the robbers, the rapers, like violent crimes. Yeah, they deserve to be in there. I personally think. You know, but something stupid, I don't think, no.
Well, let me switch it up. How do you feel about HIV and AIDS? How do you feel about the victims?
Oh,
The people who have HIV and AIDS? Do you know?
I feel for them. I don't know what I could do for them to make it better because they're a victim, you know. And I feel for them. My heart goes out to them.
So, would you say that safe sex is an important part of our society?
Mm-hmm.
Like, in America, do you believe that it's valued? Or do you think that, as far as people who are not in a committed relationship, people who are single and not in a committed relationship, how do you feel? Do you feel that safe sex is important in our society?
Yeah, I do, yeah. People not in a committed relationship, yeah.
Because there are a lot of risks.
Not only that, babies, diseases, and the new generation, I don't know, they don't really care, do they?
No. Do you know anybody who's had HIV or AIDS? Or, like, family who has known people or something like that? How did you feel about that person?
I feel bad for them.
Was it hard to see somebody that you care about go through something like that?
I guess I care about them, yeah, because I care about everyone, but I didn't know them like that. They weren't my family or anything. They just were somebody that lived in the neighborhood. And
Well, have you ever thought about HIV and AIDS in prison? Like, have you ever put
Yeah.
any thought into it?
actually, yeah. Now that you mention it, I think about it. That's kind of awful and scary. It's scary. Because I think I've been in jail off and on. My first time in there, it's a place called Fresh Arrest, and like it was just awful. And like there's always like the big dog in there, the queen bee, the big dog, whatever, and they're gonna like punk you out or whatever, take your tray, punk you out, try to fight you or get you to go gay or something, and that AIDS thing's probably like
Huge.
huge in the
A
prison.
huge
yeah.
problem. Would you say that you, like, shedding light on it after that, do you care about those people in prison who have HIV or AIDS? Would you say that you are compassionate towards the people that you know must suffer from one of those viruses
Yeah.
who are in prison?
Mhm.
What do you think would be the scariest part about having AIDS?
Not getting medical treatment.
Yeah. I would agree with that.
Because I saw a bunch of people in the jail coming off of alcohol and drugs that like can kill you coming off of. They didn't do anything for them. Nothing. Didn't even take their blood pressure or anything, and they're supposed to. They're supposed to come do like rounds and check. Not at all. They just lay there.
Nothing. Right now, there's no testing when you go into prison for HIV
No,
or
they
AIDS.
didn't even. When I went there, they didn't test me for HIV. Didn't test me for They do one thing, the tuberculosis. And that's it.
That was all.
Yeah, but tuberculosis is something that's old news. Waverly
Right.
Hills, that's old news, you know. The new thing is probably HIV and AIDS, and they don't test you for it. No. I'm sure.
What do you think about that? What do you think? Like, when you go into prison, you don't get tested, and when you come out of prison, you still don't get tested. Why do you think they do that? And how do you feel about that? That America
don't-
doesn't do that.
It just probably hasn't been touched yet. Just the topic.
Why do you think that it hasn't been touched?
I don't know. Maybe people just don't know how to react.
Do you think that that's a
Or
safety
maybe they
issue?
just don't care.
Why, like, in your opinion, I know why I think people wouldn't care, but why do you think people wouldn't care about HIV or AIDS in prison?
Because they think, oh, it's a dying disease, just let them rot, let them die. They're contagious, they're sick, let them die. Kind of thing.
On top of who knows what they did to end up in prison.
Yeah.
Or that's somebody's bias. They automatically assume they must have done something really bad to get into prison.
Mhm.
So why would you be worried about them?
Mhm.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
You're welcome.
And you too, Riley.
But another thing, speaking of bias, like, I'm a convicted felon, but if you saw me on the street and I was like, hey, how are you? Would you think I'm a convicted felon?
No. So if you were like that on the street and you had HIV or AIDS, would I think you had HIV or AIDS? No.
Wow. Thank you for your time. Bye. Say bye.